Madam Speaker, on Wednesday, several members of the NDP caucus were honoured to attend a rally calling for an end to gender-based violence in Nova Scotia. Our team felt it was important to visibly demonstrate our unwavering support for survivors and honour the memories of those who haven't survived. Organisers and survivors have said the Premier was invited to the event, yet he was conspicuously absent. If this government is committed to ending the epidemic of gender-based violence, then why didn't the Premier or anyone from his caucus find the time to attend the event?
I recognize the Honourable Minister of Justice.
Thank you, Madam Speaker, and thank you to the member opposite for the question on this incredibly important issue. We understand very well that gender-based violence remains a deeply entrenched issue in society, and that calls for significant investment, and it calls for, most notably, a cross-government and society-wide response. Madam Speaker, we recognize this, and we were so very pleased to see the advocates and the representatives not only at the rally, but also here in the House. And myself and other ministers had the opportunity to speak with many of those folks here in the House when they visited. But that wasn't the first time we had spoken to them, Madam Speaker, because we know that in doing this work, we have to connect with community and connect with our partners. So we have met with and engaged with them on many occasions, and we look forward to doing that work together.
I recognize the Honourable Member for Dartmouth North.
Madam Speaker, several people who attended the rally to end gender-based violence found it upsetting that a man in such a powerful position like the Premier did not show up, despite being invited. This government loves to point out how big its caucus is, yet not one of its 43 members managed to attend the rally. We appreciate that there's a lot happening behind the scenes, but it's also important for all of us to publicly show our support for ending gender-based violence. This will not be the last rally or event of this kind, so will the Premier commit to attending public events to show his support for survivors of gender-based violence?
I recognize the Honourable Minister of Justice.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. And I can say unequivocally that the Premier and every single member of this caucus is highly, highly devoted to addressing this issue. Madam Speaker, we have female ministers in lead roles in key departments that address this issue, here in Justice, in status of women. We also have male ministers who are responsible in key roles such as in opportunities and social development. Madam Speaker, the idea that a man has to speak to this issue to demonstrate our collective commitment is offensive to me, quite frankly. Madam Speaker, the Premier speaks volumes in his appointment of these ministers in these roles, and we are fully committed to getting this work done.